Hello there, Konnichiwa, good morning to you all. So this now will be my review for episode 12 of Arata Kangatari or Arata the Legend, and also my final impressions on this series. So, well, first, I will start with my rating, and then no. After all, first I will make a small synopsis of this chapter. Well, basically, this chapter picks when the last one ended, with the kadowaki and hinohara going head on battle. Um, and Kadowaki still wants to fight uh, Hinohara. He wants him to fight with all his power, with all his force, um, and he says that he wants to fight for submission, and Hinohara does not agree, does not want that, he does not understand why Kadowaki is so uh, behind him and trying to kill him and so on and so forth. But then when he was losing because the powers of Orochi were quite powerful and interesting, and the Ayagami do changes a little, so that I think it symbolizes a power up in a way of Kadowaki after, mainly after speaking with Akashi and eventually receiving his eye. And then we see that Yoronami kind of decides that he will submit to Arata, and he gave up his life and merge with Tsukuyu, and that gave a huge power boost to the Ayagami of Arata or Inawara, and with that he was able to see the stars, create an island, and awaken the final form of Tsukuyu. And that surprised everybody, including the sixth show, the other five show of the sixth show that are on the airship watching over the battle. And then he defeats Kadowaki, and later on all the Zokusho that served Yoronami at the end of the episode kind of decide to all of them submit to Arata, and we see that Koto Izapi, Kanate Izapi, Izapi for Inowara, and the girl that was the helper of Kadofaki, I think it's Miyabi. That girl was also happy because Kadofaki returned safely. So I do see the pairings appearing. And then we also see that we have the introduction of a few characters that did not appear in the series so far. And I guess that they will be the next show that eventually Harata will have to fight. Obviously, I will now continue reading the manga and will discover that. Maybe they will make a second season for this. In the least, I think it's possible that they will make a second season, because if not, they will not, I guess, they will not bother us to show us these a lot different characters. So I think it's quite possible that they will be planning to release a second season eventually. And we also have a conversation between Inoara and Arata of the parallel world in our world, and Inoara basically is warning him that one of the six show is now in the world of in our world, and so on. And roughly, this is the episode. It was good. The battle parts, the battle scenes were very good. Like in the previous one, the battle between Yoronami and Inoara was very interesting. This, the battle between Kadowaki and Inoara, was quite interesting. Uh, Stronger points of the series. Well, these battles were, without a doubt, the moment where the princess was killed at the end of the start of the series was pretty interesting, pretty amazing. The battle with Tsukuya was also very interesting. Um, in terms of character development, well, I liked in a way the development of Arata, Hinohara, and also some development on the part of kadowaki. Kanagi also was interesting, the development of the character, but since they cut so much stuff of the manga, it's kind of, well, complicated to make or to make a more complete assertion of that, but nonetheless, based on what they show us on the series exclusively, well, Arat, Kadowaki, and Kanagi for me are the three characters that have developed more. Um, then we, like I say, one of the bad points of this series is that they cut a lot of stuff and a lot of material from the manga. This is the downside of this series, basically. On the other side, on the good side, besides this character development, I like to see the characters animated that I read in the manga. They change parts of the history. That kind of bothered me a little. They omitted other parts of the history, especially on the journey to your enemy's place, and that bothered me. I must say that bothered me. Um, and but besides that, the series is interesting to watch. It's not very hard to watch. We don't have to think much about it. Um, so I will say this series was in a rating system from 1 to 10. Mm, well, I will say this series was a 5.67. It was an average series. Uh, it was very slow in the middle parts of the series. Yes, it finished in good stuff, that's true, but even these finishing episodes, in my opinion, they do not save in a way the series. So I will say it was an average series, and 5.7 is the rating I will give this series. It's not bad, no, because they do in a way follow the manga, and I like the animations, like I say, the character developments, especially of Arata, Kadowaki, and Kanagi. I like the battle scenes in these episodes, in these last episodes, and I like the part when they were trying to kill the princess. So yeah, this is my review for Arata Kangatari episode 12 or Arata the Legend, and my final impressions on the series. So hope you enjoy the video, and if you have your own ideas, comments, thoughts, you already know, post it on the comment below. Stay well, peace, and thanks for watching. See you soon.